Alright, so hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and today we're gonna check out the new Cleaving Whirlwind, which stands for heavy blades that has a D polarity and is described as having arcing cuts with spinning finish. So up first we have the standard button mash combo, which is called Crowdfall. This one starts off with a wide sweeping attack that hits all enemies in front and to the right of you for 300% damage. This is then followed up by another sweeping attack that hits all enemies in front and to the right of you, but this time around for 400% damage. And it ends with an overhead attack that likes to hit headshots and does 500% damage. So yeah, this is just a solid button mash combo with a decent amount of cleave and a nice bit of single target at the end. The second combo is perhaps the most recognizable of all the Cleaving Whirlwind combos, and it is the forwards combo called Broken Bull, aka the Rufflecopter. Now this is basically the same attack, which is an AoE double strike that hits all enemies around you that repeats up to 5 times. And that's pretty much it nowadays. It used to have multipliers that would go up as you kept going through the combo, but that has been removed. Also, once you do this spinning attack 5 times, you need to take a break. If you try to do it for the 6th time, you will get staggered. Now, even though they did remove the multipliers on this combo, it is still one of the craziest combos in the game, and I think people are overreacting just a tad, because if the combo was released like this, people would have lost their mind because of how insane this combo is, but because it was released really strong and then was brought down a little bit to be somewhat more reasonable, people think it's useless. Up next, we have the basic block combo, which is called Drifting Stampede, and I'm not entirely sure what the multipliers on this one are. This one starts off with an overhead slash that likes to hit headshots and embeds the sword into the ground, and the second strike then pulls the sword out of the ground and does an uppercut. Now, to be honest, I don't actually use this one too terribly often because it's a very static combo, but it looks very cool and it does do some decent damage. And finally, we have the forward block combo, which is called Drifting Stampede. This one starts off with a crazy jump forward that just seems to keep going on forever, and it also likes to hit headshots at the very end because you do slam the sword into the ground. Then you pull the sword, very angrily I might add, out of the ground to do another overhead slash that also likes to hit headshots, followed by yet another overhead slash that likes to hit headshots, and finally as you're pulling the sword out of the ground for the last time, bam, you get a slam. Now, I'm still not sure whether or not the slam is actually mistimed and it's supposed to happen when you slam the sword into the ground, but it doesn't matter because it looks really, really cool. Also, the crazy jump in the beginning provides an insane amount of mobility. Now, when it comes to obtaining Cleaving Whirlwind, there are kind of like 2 ways you can do it, and the choice is yours. So you can either just farm the Infested, because it is a very rare drop from the Ancient Disruptor, as well as the Tar Mutualist Moa, or you can farm the spy mission Pavlov on the moon, because you can also get it as a reward there. And now we come to the conclusion. So what do I actually think about Cleaving Whirlwind? Well, it is probably my favorite stance in the game at the moment, even though I consider the basic button mash as well as the basic block combo to be mediocre at best. And it's because the forward combo as well as the forward block combo are insane. They complement each other oh so very well. The Rufflecopter combo is just awesome, it gives you a ton of AoE and keeps you moving forward at all times, so you're never standing still. And the very angry overhead slashes combo provides the single target, which is lacking in the Rufflecopter combo. Plus, the initial jump gives you a ton of mobility and is great to use when you're out of spins in the Rufflecopter, right? So you spin 5 times, then you can jump to another pack, spin 5 times, jump, and so on and so on and so on. They just work so well together and it results in this fast, frantic, destructive, really fun and mobile combat style. And while that can sometimes make the other 2 combos, the stationary ones, feel kind of out of place because 1 second you're jumping around and spinning around with enough power to cleave down a galleon worth of Grenier, and then a second later you press the wrong combination of buttons and you come to a screeching halt and start swinging the sword around. It is actually kind of nice to be able to do that, because every now and then you just run into a really beefy enemy like a Lich or a Nox, so it's nice to be able to do damage on the spot. So as I've said already, the Cleaving Whirlwind is one of my favorite stances in the game. It is definitely in my top 3, so I would highly recommend you give it a shot. And that is pretty much it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!